Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We leave from Tel Aviv. We didn't stay a long time. We didn't enjoy this wonderful scenery of Samsi in 3D a lot. But it was about time to leave. We have the Antonov 225. This is the plane that will bring us back home. A new camera setup for the Antonov. And hopefully I managed to have the plane operational, because it is not. I mean, we have many problems with this plane. Most of all, we have some problems with the autopilot features. But seems, let me have a look. I will bring here the PFD. But seems we are climbing at 7,500 feet. And I hope that we will follow our flight plan. Only the interesting parts of the flight, of course, as I always used to say. This is our plane today. The biggest plane in the world. Was actually the Antonov An-225. And I'm waiting to stabilize at 7,500 feet at the moment. I think I have a flight plan. I mean, I hope my flight plan is operational. Yeah, exactly. So, everything is just fine. We stabilized at about 7,500 feet above sea level. We are above Mediterranean Sea. And in general we go west, northwest actually. There are two Antonovs. There are two Antonovs 225 that you can download, and of course it is also the original one. This is not the original. I have them both, and actually both have some serious problems. If you want to download the original version, I wouldn't suggest you to do so, because you must learn actually aviation from the beginning. You must learn the Russian systems, and the cockpit and everything is quite different. This plane here has a cockpit which is something between the cockpit of the 747-8 and the 777-300. This is what it looks like to me. But still it is a wonderful cockpit, and despite the problems, we will try to go to our destination in one piece.
Huh?
I doubt if we will have an ILS landing, but you never know, so let me have a look. 109.50, 109.50. Okay, it is accepted. We will see. So, since the autopilot features mostly are operational, I think I can increase my speed. Here I will use the commands. Close to maximum speed. And I will change my altitude. Let's say to 12,000 feet. I want to believe that my flight plan is active, because there are some problems, as I said, with the Antonov. Flight level is about 36,500 feet, but I will not go that high. Maybe go to 20,000 feet. Okay, 18,000 feet, it is okay. Let me have a look. I must always check the instruments, because, as I said, the plane is not fully operational. Okay, I hope that we will stabilize at 18,000 feet sooner or later. I suppose you know that the older versions of the Boeings, the 777-300, the 777-200 and the 777-200 freighter, as well as this one here, which actually uses the cockpit of the 747. I was saying that unfortunately, recently these planes, they have some serious problems. You cannot easily follow your flight plan, and the plane can as well change its course. I want to believe that we are still on course, yeah, which is definitely great news, good. Otherwise it is a little bit complicated. You go here, right now we are on nav mode, isn't it, and we follow our flight plan. So in this case you go from nav mode to heading mode, and you make some adjustments and you pray that you will go back to your route, but this is not always the case. I showed you how to accelerate. There are two ways. We will use this time the Slew mode, which means that you press Y. I have, as you see, the VFR map, which is quite handy. Yeah, and this is quite helpful actually, isn't it? Okay, so we will go closer to our destination, only the interesting parts of the flight. If you want to accelerate time, the first way and the easiest actually is Slew mode, and the second one, now we are still waiting to stabilize at 18,000 feet, and the second one is this one here. Let us wait first to stabilize at 18,000 feet. I think this is my new altitude, isn't it? Yes, it is. Excellent. 18,000 feet. So the other way is, the alternative way is you press on the keyboard letter R, okay? Then left CTRL and 3 times plus on the numpad, not more than 3 times, because you may have a crash. 1, 2, 3 times. Okay, this is the way, and with minus on the numpad, 1, 2, 3, you go back to normal time. I'm very curious how the plane will behave, because at about 8 miles we reach our next waypoint, which is this Rupum, let us say. I wonder if we will turn, because we are still on nav mode. If you want, you may have a look here. You see 5.5, and seems that we already are turning. Yeah, which is definitely good news. Unfortunately, the visibility is worse, but somehow the plane continues to follow our flight plan. You see. Here it is at our next waypoint, which is this Posdi, which actually is Posidi, okay, is in the first leg of Chalkidiki Peninsula. We had a look when we were going to Ben Gurion. We had a look at the first leg of Chalkidiki Peninsula. So it is about 300 miles as I see here, but hopefully everything is going just fine. Maybe to descend. Yeah, maybe to descend. Though I don't think that it will change that much. It's getting ugly. I changed my mind. I will not descend. It is okay. Real weather, real time, And I always used to say, avoid this bad habit, real weather and real time. However, mostly I cannot. And hopefully the weather is getting better, slightly. So I will use again Slew mode. We will not stay here all day. Let us go closer to our destination. This system is very handy. For instance, now I'm on Slew mode, and if I deviate, I can as well with numbers 1 and 3 on the numpad. Okay, I can change my course. You see, it is the easiest way to avoid standing on your simulator all day. So, we are close to Posidi. Let us return back to the game. Let us go to $9,000. And I will decrease my speed, otherwise I will have an overspeed. I use the keyboard commands. Okay. 250 maybe. Good. Yeah, you see the 3 legs of Chalkidiki Peninsula, and here is our next waypoint, which is 33, isn't it? Yeah, exactly. Here, have a look, 32 miles far. Here it is. Cassandra, Sithonia, and I think the third leg, Athos, is not visible. Yes, Posidi is exactly here actually. Exactly here. I hope my cursor is visible. Are we descending? Yes, we do. Good. Chalkidiki Peninsula and the 3 legs now are all 3 visible. But actually now it is not the time for geography. Yeah, maybe to increase my rate of descent. Yeah, this is the first leg. And here is the cape actually, Posidi somewhere here, exactly here. Yeah, this is spectacular. Furka is somewhere here, and then we go to Siviris, and then we go to Potida, which is exactly here, and then we continue north. We change waypoint. Let me have a look. Yes, the next waypoint is 22 miles approximately. And soon I hope that we will stabilize at 9,000 feet. Good. So far, so good. I suppose it is time to reveal our destination, which will be once again the airport where we left from, actually, isn't it? We left from Thessaloniki Makedonia Airport, and this is exactly where we're heading at. We will try to land ILS on runway 10, which is the easiest of the two runways with the ILS frequency. I doubt if we will manage. Worst chance we will hand fly the plane. And as you see, I somehow put my waypoints in a way that I will be lined up on time with the runway, but you never know. So, this will be quite interesting. Let us hope that everything will be just fine. About 17 miles to Golf is our next waypoint. Yes, it is. The airport, by the way, somewhere here, if my cursor is visible. Visibility got much better, hopefully. A little bit steep, about, let it be, 1800 feet per minute. Yes, we will go this direction here. Somewhere here is the airport. We will turn about 90 degrees to our 3, actually. A new waypoint. Yeah, so it seems. Good. I will reduce my speed. Okay. Seems the frequency is correct. We have only the glide slope, we don't have the localizer. I think runway is in sight. Can activate approach. Yeah, it is not that precise. My gear. Yeah, it is not that precise. We only have the glide slope. Okay, let's go for it. I have the glide slope, but I don't have the localizer, and I will not insist. I will go to land. I don't want to go around. So I just follow the instruments. The runway is in sight, runway 10. I must use speed brakes. My speed is quite high. Okay, localizer appeared. Let's line up with the runway better. Good, the glide slope also appeared. Altitude of about 2000 feet, just fine. Okay. Let us hope everything will be okay. Not the easiest landing with the Antonov 225. 1300 feet. Let me have a look. Okay. $800 feet. Let me check the gear. Good. And also I use speed brakes because I want to reduce my speed slightly. Yes, these landings are not that easy. Okay, not the best time to play with the cameras. A speed of about 160. We have both the localizer and the glide slope right now. There is a fence in front of runway 10 and this makes our life slightly more difficult. 300. Okay. Okay. Good. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Makedonia Airport once again, Thessaloniki, Greece. We will have a look at our landing. I hope I recorded my landing. Yes, I did. Good. And I suppose we will have a more thorough look. I'm very curious. Let me have a look. I think my touchdown was good with the Antonov. Yes, we were not lined up with the runway as soon as I wanted, so I had to hand fly the plane after a certain point. I think it was not that bad. Okay, I also set the drone camera. I will not insist, maybe I will create a remix song something later. I think this landing was just fine. Not the easiest plane, of course, to land the An-225. I'm very curious about the touchdown. I think it must be below 300 feet per minute. Okay, let me have a look now. Yeah, this is good. 225. Touchdown. Quite impressive. Good. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Makedonia Airport with the Antonov 225 from Ben Gurion, Tel Aviv.